Hey, we are live. Welcome to the season finale of season 1 of
Whoop whoop!
Cloud Live.
Yay!
We did it! We did it!
50 episodes. It's kind of a good place to do it because I have to start pulling stuff off of our provider so that we can get ready for next season. So, but yeah, exciting. And welcome to Living Out Loud Live. And happy Transgender Awareness Month. Few days left. We're going to close it out, I think, in some style. I'm Vicki, middle-aged transgender woman, lesbian wife of my gorgeous wife, Lisa, stepmom to 2 amazing men, a woke rainbow mafia liberal feminist with only one true agenda: to end hate and spread love and light. Tonight is a mixed bag of topics, which is always my favorite shows. We have more fun when we're just doing what we do, talking about what we do. And it is our season finale because it might be a week or so before we are back, and we'll explain why in a few minutes.
Yeah, we have an even larger, crazier things to do together to end this year and start the next one together.
Shit, yeah. Oh, I got the opening cursey word for a change. Explicit rating achieved.
That's right. We are ready to go. We can now say fuck the algorithm. We're for people that want to watch us and find us. We're not trying to, exactly. With me, as always, are my 2 amazing sisters, both strong ally activists. But really, we say accomplice activists now in their own right. They're my closest family and dearest friends. I will introduce the exceptional and strong beyond belief, Laura, a former Florida leader in the Free Mom Hugs movement, fierce as hell, LGBTQIA plus activist, creator of the Living Out Loud with Laura audio podcast. She had a chat with my wife, Lisa, that got posted on Tuesday. And hearing how much she's dealing with health-wise, hearing her cry on that show breaks my heart every time. But how are we doing tonight, Laura?
I am doing well today. One of the things that I talked about with Lisa was the fact that I was just allowed to restart my SSRI November 9th. So I will say it takes 6 weeks for them to hit their full effect, but every day I feel like a little bit more of myself is creeping back in, and that's making me so happy. I mean, this past weekend, like I felt like I was myself a lot more for the first time in a long time. So it was great. It really was. It really was. So, and I have the honor of introducing our sister, Jamie, who is on the front lines of the fight for not only transgender children's rights, but social justice. She's a history teacher making a difference in the lives of the next generation every day. She is also the mother of 2 teenage boys and 1 tween girl. She and her family were featured on HBO's season 3 2-part finale of the series. We're here. Look, I got it right.
That's a mouthful.
I feel like I need a gold star. I want my gold star.
I give the run-on sentences to the person who has the most trouble with run-on sentences. I'm a bad producer.
Breathe,
I really am.
I'm going to Lamaze breathe here. Her daughter, Dempsey, who is an outspoken 12-year-old.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Dempsey.
Yes.
This was recently the youngest ever Grand Marshal of the Orlando Come Out with Pride Festival. And again, with everything she has going on, she still manages to join us here at the table each week in hopes of changing the world. Welcome, Jamie.
Hi. Yeah, it's
how are you doing this week, Jamie?
I'm good. Counting down the days to winter break. So I think we are at like day 12. We only have 12 days, and earlier today I was counting down periods. So I was telling students 12 days and 4 periods left. So yeah, and so it's just been that, and of course Dempsey had her birthday yesterday, and so that was very special. And I was working. Dennis took the day off, and so he picked her up from school early and did daddy-daughter things with her, and so she had like the best day ever. Yes, Taco Bell, and
Taco
that's
Bell
what she
and
wanted.
Request Taco Bell.
That's what she wanted, and yeah, she had a blast, and Dennis took her shopping and stuff. So yeah, she had a good day, and and for me, I'm like just kind of wrapping up World War One, about to head into the 1920s. Had an interview with NPR today, and so that went well. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to a couple weeks off. Really, I haven't even decorated my Christmas tree yet. I put it up, but I just haven't. The ladder is in front of it because I just haven't gotten around to putting any ornaments on it. I
How
keep
tall
saying
is
it's not December yet.
how tall is the
Um,
tree?
I think it's like 10 feet. It's big. It's because our ceilings are really high. But yeah, I had trouble putting the star on, so Dennis took care of that for me. But now I just keep looking at it, going, maybe I'll wait for December 1st. So we're still a couple days. Still got a couple days.
Yeah, we've got the 12-foot tree that'll go in the front room eventually once Lisa's done with a few more shows. But that's the last tree we have to put up. But welcome all together. We are queens of the overshare, especially at photoshoot and Friendsgiving gatherings. Welcome to all of you joining us live or in replay. This is an opinion show. You're going to hear some stuff that you just don't fucking like. Sorry, it happens sometimes. And you can join the discourse and make your opinions known in the comments. If they're respectful, we definitely are willing to interact. If they're not and you're a troll, we're just going to kick you off. Fair warning, we will forget about you. We kind of get involved in our discussion and we forget that we're doing a live stream most of the time, but we'll try to check in and chat when we can. Oh, hey, Jonathan's with us. Hey, John. Good to see you. So we do that because this isn't a show. It's what happens when three sisters who are activist accomplices decide to change the world together. And I think with that, we should get going because we got a lot to cover today.
We do.
So yes, we do.
Let me do the bumper.
So, as always, fun and friendship come first around here. So, we are going to go around the table. I'll go first, telling what we're drinking this evening and then also what our week just held. So, I am still drinking a hard cider from the Halloween party because we had so much liquor at the Halloween party that we will probably have that liquor for the next Halloween party. I feel like we're tailgating, like we keep bringing it places, trying to get the quantity to go down, but it does not seem to be doing that very much. For me, I'm going to talk about probably the biggest step that we took this week, and we retained a disability attorney to help me get the disability through the long-term care insurance that I have been paying for 10 years. So I'm very happy to have that because I feel like that's a massive weight that has been lifted off my shoulders. So that is phenomenal. So now, Jamie, how about you? The good, the bad, and the ugly, dear.
I just laid it all out in the first thing. So yeah. Yeah, I kind of jumped the gun on that one. Sorry.
Buried the lead, right?
That's normally me. That's normally me.
I'm just glad to be here with the two of you, and fun and laughter and community. So
it's what we do, and we've done a lot, and we've got to catch up on everybody. Sorry we weren't here last week. I did get a lot of messages going, is there a show? And we kind of had some shit going, so we'll talk about it. It was all good, but it, remembrance was very heavy, and then we had a lot of light stuff, and it's what we do. So let me run the bumper, and we'll get into. And I'm just drinking wine. I'm just drinking wine.
I have wine. Yeah. I have a very large, like, I don't know, 15 ounce. I don't even know. That's probably 20 ounces right there.
I will be probably going for refills during the show.
Hi,
Tina. Hey, Tina.
All right, our show tonight is about thankfulness. And since we all have strong feelings about the 1621 Thanksgiving origin story, and also because it's Transgender History Month, we're going to lay down our own track.
Yeah, I'm the oldest. The whole Pilgrim Native American deal, I was there. It wasn't really a great party.
Really? Really? We're going to lead with that tonight?
Yeah, I looked into thankfulness and the effects it has on the human body, and found that gratitude is associated with both mental and physical benefits. For instance, lower levels of depression and anxiety, improved sleep and relaxation, things that helped save my marriage and my life this year.
Yeah. Gratefulness is something that I think is always something that you have to look inside yourself for. And you also have to try to find things every single day to be grateful for. Being grateful also has some great health risks. Even when I'm at the Mayo Clinic, they talk about doing a positive affirmation every day, because when you're grateful and you're putting it out there, it really kind of sets the tone. So you should always start your day with a grateful, positive affirmation of some sort. So, and sometimes the gratefulness can give me a feeling of euphoria. And I know that's why I tend to push a little too hard sometimes and maybe go a little too strong sometimes. But hey, what can I say?
Yeah, well, it does. It's proven better immunity to disease, lower blood pressure, more energy, and longer life expectancy. And I do think that's why when we're all together and we're having such a good time, that we push the envelope a little bit, and we're trying to get better about that, because we worry about you.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm wearing my hip brace tonight. It's all good. I'm going to keep my hip in check.
The ability to better cope with the challenges of life, increased dopamine production. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that contributes to feelings of happiness and satisfaction. You can see it all over the three of us, really, and through our families, and our laughter is infectious, and it's just a crazy kind of bond. I just realized my computer just went into battery saver mode, so I might have to go plug it in.
Oh no.
But when the bad comes, we are, back to back to back, and we are stronger together. And I think for me this year, I'm thankful really for the simple things in life, for my family, for my friends, and for the love that, we share, and just that sense of community. Sometimes it seems like a little thing, but it sometimes gets me through the day, especially when I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning and driving, and I'm like, you know what? I have so many things to be thankful for. I have so many wonderful people in my life. So, yeah.
That's where you get the 4 a.m. texts from, by the way.
Yes.
For me, being thankful has helped me get through some depression that I've been battling, because every day I knew I had people in my life that I needed to be here for, and I was thankful for them. So I'm so grateful and thankful for you, Vicki, and Lisa being in my life and being my family. I'm so grateful that Jamie and her family was able to join us and create our little trio, and us being the Ladybug Sisters. I think that's, that bond that we've been able to create, even though we've created the bond because there's a need to battle the hate. But I think the way that we're coming together, and we've come together, is we're showing the world that, we're some great people, and there's a lot of joy to our lives, and there's so much trans joy. So
Yeah.
I'm thankful that we're able to share that with so many people. And that is because of you, Miss Vicki.
No, I'm just part of it. And really, the thing I love the most is that it really is the three of us. The three is a magic number, and it really there she is.
Welcome back.
have a new camera and it just like stopped working, and so I'm trying to figure it out. I'm hearing you. I just if I'm coming in and out, it's because I'm trying to fix the camera.
No worries. My biggest thankfulness this year has been centered around the family I made this year. I had friends and family like Amy and Juan Carlos, Glenn and Kelly stick with me, and through coming out and transitioning, not always the easiest thing. At work, I gained a trans godmother in Deirdre, who shepherded me along my social transition. And I made a BFF in Vicki, who helped me find confidence to fully come out and express myself as a woman in public. And then there's what this live stream gifted me, a sisterhood that has really helped me come into my whole self and brought me personally more joy in life than I ever thought possible. And I don't have anything but thankfulness for the both of you, for just everything that you are, for the families that we've all combined together, for all I lost in transitioning. And it was literally the 1 year anniversary of when I got my HRT prescription yesterday. You've given me so much more back in my life, and like beyond what I've lost, the closeness, the laughter, the beauty, the confidence, I'm me because of the two of you. And I really love both of you fiercely and deep.
I don't have any tissues yet. Amazon hasn't delivered them. Stop. They come tomorrow. You're killing me. I have no tissues. None.
I didn't bring any tissues in here either.
I have like an old paper towel.
Look at you. Of course, you're the one with the tissues, because you're the one that is always making us cry.
That is true. That is true. So we did a photo shoot together. Something truly, truly magical. Mama Ashley Rose's foundation, along with Jill at Playful Paws Photography, are making a coffee table book, something beautiful, featuring families in the LGBTQ community, along with their pets. And Dempsey had done a shoot with our Willie, and we wanted to do something together. So we borrowed.
So I was trying to reply to Ralphie on the computer. Like, I can only do so many things at one time.
Well, while you're responding, we borrowed
Vicki and Lisa's 8-month-old puppy, Nala.
And a bottle of wine, of course, to do a sister's portrait. Dempsey was there. She was the dog wrangler of the day.
She did. She and Lisa were there literally. And I haven't felt comfortable in front of a camera in a long time. I can't tell you the last time I had a portrait done. And ironically, this is probably the last portrait I'm going to have looking like this.
Hey, don't bury the lead. That's my job.
As you can see in that photo, there was infectious laughter, joy, and beauty captured on film. Nala was acting like a puppy. There was a lot of duck calls to get her ears to pop up.
Yeah.
Her ears. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
One was always flopped over, and the other she was like cracked. So.
Yeah. And Vicki being way too tall in those boots.
Hey, I love my boots. I wondered if the shoot was going to be able to capture what we are when we're around each other, because it really is. It's a unique thing, the three of us, and I didn't have long to find out, really.
We set off Jill's Apple Watch loud environment alert.
What can I say? I was there.
Yeah. Aw.
and that this is what she posted, and Jamie put it up on her Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah,
I love that picture.
Yeah, we had a blast, and then Lisa presented all of us with part of our Christmas present early, and she got us all 4 our own necklaces to celebrate the year we have gone through together, simply with only a single word cut through the face, words that represents how she saw us. And it was so sweet because apparently her and Vicki were together when she saw these, and she made Vicki go away, and Vicki wasn't allowed to see what she was doing at all. So, Jamie, what is yours?
Mine says fearless, and I'm wearing it today again.
Mine says warrior, and I'm not wearing it right now.
And mine said enough. And Lisa's said forever, because she's going to be a part of us, all of us, which really is significant because it shows how far we've come as a married couple in this
And
lifestyle.
she said she gave you enough, and I heard her tell you why. And it's because she wants you to know all the time that you are enough just the way you are. And I thought that was one of the
So beautiful.
sweetest things that I could ever have heard.
And we're going to get to see Lisa. She's going to come on in a little bit for a fun announcement too, right?
Again, lead bearing is my job.
Yeah,
People are stealing my job around here.
They're still going to be doing sessions for a little while. If you and your pet would like to be a part of the project, we're going to add a couple more pages to the spread. The cost is $99 for a basic session, and it's a good long photo shoot. And it's really, Jill is amazing.
You can see how much fun we had in those pictures. I mean, come on now.
Yes.
Yeah, and it went by like way too fast, honestly, even though we were there for quite a while. I wrote too much. The reason we've got to buy a couple more pages, I wrote too much for our bio. So we got to split it out a little more. But it's also because we took so many phenomenal pictures. And the beautiful thing was Jill kind of really did catch our essence. She texted me later on that evening saying, hey, I'd love to hang out with the three of you. We're definitely kindred spirits, and we get that a lot. And it's wonderful that people do kind of catch on to,
Yeah, we hear it a lot when we go in places and we leave. Oh, you bring such a good energy in here. That's what we hear a lot. You bring a lot of good energy.
Yeah. It's kind of it's three sisters. It's our magic. So if you want to try it out, playfulpausephotography.com, all one word, /love unleashed. That's where you can get more information and sign up. There are a few spots left. She's going to be going into December. I would do it. I mean, honestly, this is going to be a real beautiful coffee table book. And I think it's really important to say that 50% of everything goes to Mama Ashley Rose's Rose Foundation, which is an amazing charity. And
to get to be commemorated with your fur baby or your reptile baby. Because, I know my one friend, Jamie, she has this lizard that she really likes. Maybe Norbert would like to go get a picture on its own photo shoot. I don't know. Norbert might be interested in that. What do I know?
And Norbert would probably do better than the pig she was telling us about that she photographed, who just want to have nothing to do with the photos.
And I think it really helped that we had wine, and and we were and we did say we were going to talk about what we were laughing about most of the time. We were talking about our last bar crawl through Tavares, and the just everything that happened on. Yeah, see,
I have a huge problem. And I know I have a huge problem. It is a known problem. It's been a problem for a long time. When I drink too much, I have a tendency to show everybody my boobs. Well, now that I have fake boobs from the double mastectomy and the reconstruction, they're foobs, so they're fake. They're not even real. So now I'm like, it's
it was like Mardi Gras in the middle of
an additional level of reason to be like, hey. So I made sure I wore pasties to the photo shoot just to make sure I didn't accidentally do anything.
We had one bottle of wine, and it was So I think we were safe. But yeah.
It was a small bottle. I think we were okay. It wasn't one of the double bottles. It wasn't a box like I brought to your house the other day. It's like 4 bottles of wine.
Oh my God. Yeah, we do just do what we do. And then we had something a little more somber to do. And I'm not going to show the actual ceremony. We're going to be posting it. Laura already posted it on her Facebook. We're going to be putting it up on the YouTube and all the other channels. So we did our own tribute, which we'd done with Andrea 2 weeks ago, and I cut it down and re-edited it and put it up for our contribution. But we did something else as well. Laura, do you want to?
Yes, we observed the Transgender Day of Remembrance at the Hope Community Center in Apopka, where Dempsey was asked by our dear friend Andrea to help create a presentation that celebrates the lives of the many people that we lost.
That's right. And Vicki was asked to help as well, to read some of the names and the bios as well, which I thought was a really nice touch. So extra information that you don't always get sometimes. Most of the remembrance ceremonies, they just read the names. And so this was special because you got to learn a little bit about the person and some of the people close to them, what they had said. And then after they did that, they lit a candle for each person that they talked about.
Yeah, and there were too many candles to light, to be real honest. I was very emotional. Sad rage is a new emotion to me and not a feeling that I would like to keep having every year. I was crying and had trouble getting through a lot of the stuff. In the meantime, I was burning with rage that these were all people that violently died, that were killed. So we need to do better. Humanity, transgender and non-binary people, we need to get our stories out to more people and combat the lack of understanding and increase the acceptance of who and what we are, because we're just people trying to live our lives and
visibility matters, representation matters, being open, being proud, not hiding. I mean, that's really.
Yeah, I got so caught up in it again, I forgot to even just advance the slides. So my apologies. There's all the candles and 2 candles, and there's 3 of us, and it was
that was before the ceremony. So we were smiling, and we didn't take any picture after because we were very visibly shaken and upset, and as was the room. The room was the same. It's just a very
the room was filled.
Moment.
There was not an empty seat. I mean, I think
there wasn't.
Standing room only. It was really amazing to see how many people came out too. I mean, that was heartwarming to see that there's that many people that are starting to become aware and starting to become vocal and starting to help come out and represent. So that was wonderful.
Especially from that particular community too, because Hope community is very much largely about immigration and helping immigrants with their paperwork and all that stuff. So I'm going to say it, intersectionality here. The fact that they hosted this beautiful ceremony, perhaps in my opinion, and I've been going for like the past 6 years, one of the most beautiful that I've witnessed in remembering these people, was amazing. And so kudos to them and kudos to Andrea, because it was really beautiful. It was really beautiful.
I likened it to the way a family gathers after a funeral, where we all there's a meal and people get together and talk. And these were people that we didn't know, but these were people that we, for the moment, adopted and made part of us. And I really did internalize the fact that could have been me. It could have been any of us in this community, and not just people.
We're doing this, so it's not you, it's not my Ruth, and it's not Dempsey.
Well, and there was one on the list who was killed for just trying to defend a transgender woman. So it's also the accomplices, the the allies, whatever you want to call them. It's people that just stand up and do the right thing. So all about making the world better. Our sister and her amazing near teen daughter are true activists.
For full social justice all the way around.
They not only speak out, they show up to make a difference. And right before Thanksgiving, they were out delivering food to some of the families that live in the nearly abandoned hotels around Highway 192.
Yeah, it was very humbling. Just to see what people struggle with on a daily basis, just for basic just food items. The gratitude that we saw was incredible. Oh my God, I'm like tearing up because we had one little kid that opened the door and he was just so thankful that we were bringing him food. And Dempsey really reflected a lot on it and was like, Mom, I really should be thankful for everything that I have. I didn't realize that these are people who might go to school with me and, don't know when they're going to get their next meal. So it was definitely, we always try to do something, especially for Thanksgiving, whether it's, volunteering at a soup kitchen or whatever. But this year we did that, and it was for Meals on Wheels, and it was really, really good. I'm definitely going to do it again next year. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful, and something really a way to not just give back, but also just to kind of have that human connection with people and tell people it's going to be all right. And, so it was special. It was really special. Sorry, I didn't expect to cry.
I do want to just say really quick, up here in Lake County, I'm part of a social club called the Triangle Connection, which is an LGBTQIA plus ally, just social club. And for Thanksgiving, they did a Friendsgiving as well. And we were able to collect over 271 pounds of food and additional $100 in cash to be able to donate to Lake Cares. And I just applaud them for doing that. And I hope that all these different organizations would do a little food collection. 271 pounds just from us getting together to eat at a picnic spot in a park.
Yeah. And so many people are hurting.
How much food dies in your
really
pantry
important.
and you end up throwing it away anyway. So let's not throw that food away. Let's donate it to people. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been to one of the banks. I did that in California where we distribute food a few times, and it was remarkably. You want to talk about gratitude? Giving is another thing that really helps your heart and makes you realize just how fortunate and privileged we are in this life.
I like to talk about like the things I used to do for work. My past life, I've been a Medicaid case manager. So going into the homes and seeing, and it's very eye-opening, and it makes you very, very, very appreciative and thankful and grateful for everything that you have.
Yeah. And even for me too, as a teacher, being in a low income school, I try to make sure I give the kids as much grace as I can, because I don't know their situation at home, and I don't know, how many jobs they're working to help support their family. I don't know who's living in motels. So I that's my life, living and being around these kids every day. So it was really special, and it's such a good thing to give back, and I'm really glad I could model that. It's not the first time that we've modeled that for Dempsey. She's been doing that we've been doing this kind of things for years, but for her it was just, I think, really special and meaningful this year. And she insisted on carrying every bag, even though they were heavy and had like liters of soda, and she wanted to knock on the door and wanted to be the one to give it. So it was, really special, especially to see her like that, because she's very spoiled. And so, and we know that. And she's very much the Starbucks, and I want this, I want that. But to see her not be that, like just be this caring, kind individual, was really, I think, really special for me to see too,
Yeah.
to show her on that humble side, and just kind of giving, and using her time. And we spent like 4 hours that day, delivering food, and it was just her and I. So what are you laughing for, Laura? She was about to say
She's
something.
taking a picture of the screen. I
I was taking a selfie.
Like, what are you doing?
I'm like, oh, I want to remember this. Let's take a selfie.
Oh my God. I love my niece. I love my nephews. And I got 3 new ones this year that I adore.
They adore you. I've
kids
never
are-
seen you so excited to go to a grown-up's house. They don't even want to talk to me and Dennis, the boys, and they're like not missing karaoke. They're like, "We're coming." I was like, "Jade," I didn't even get it out of my mouth. Jaden's like, "What time are we going?" I was like, okay, I guess he's coming. So
we were apart for the holiday, and
Yep.
I can only speak for myself, but it really it felt like part of my family was missing without everybody around. So
we made it up on Saturday night.
So we made it up on Saturday night. I'm having a lot of brain fog tonight, guys. I'm very sorry.
We got you. We got you.
So
I'm like doing my own thing. The neurologist, I told him about the podcast. So hopefully he's going to watch it and be like, oh yeah, bitch does have some brain fog going on. So, I just have to say, Jamie always, we just read the list. Like I normally introduce her. So I'm always talking about everything that she's doing. Well, on top of that, when we get together, she's like, oh, I'm just going to whip something up. She fucking whips up homemade macaroni and cheese. And
which was delicious, by the way.
Stuffed baked clams. I'm like, what the fuck?
These were amazing.
They're so good.
Like Aunt Kathy's recipe.
Amazing.
Yes.
And Laura brought a chocolate pie, which John wanted to take, and we held hostage. But yeah, I mean, we and I ordered pizza. We had more food.
Yes.
Oh, and the charcuterie board that Lisa made was stunning.
Yes, it was. It was like flour, like it was beautiful. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like she should like do those boards like for places. Catering.
Oh, we were drinking that too. Ooh.
Yeah.
That was like
we've discovered some moonshine that we really, really like that doesn't taste like moonshine and is highly dangerous.
It's a lovely.
Yeah.
And we also celebrated Dempsey's birthday a little bit early, which was beautiful. I mean,
she was so shocked. She didn't know about the cake, so she was like, her face when she realized that there was a cake for her.
and this is us.
Trying to do a selfie.
Yep.
Oh, look, you can see my croc. I just saw that. Look, my croc was in the picture. Look, I'm wearing the same one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. So, we have lots of spaces at our place that works out really nice. And we kind of drift back and forth. We were hanging outside for quite a long time, just talking, and we had the fire pit going. And then there's the mosquito my libido. Smells like Teen Spirit, Nirvana, karaoke. We try to let Dempsey have the room because we call it her karaoke lounge. But at some point in time, the three of us always get in there. And in this case, we got the 4 of us ladies and both Dennis and John all
Yes.
butchering songs.
Did their own performances.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And let me just tell you, talk about good spirits. These two guys got up and danced with fans to the song Sisters. Not only
Yeah.
had they never heard it.
Well, yeah, no, Dennis had heard it.
Dennis
John
has
had
heard it.
Well, John hadn't heard it, and if he had heard it, he
And-
pretended
and-
he had not heard it.
and Jamie and I sing that one because it's White Christmas and it was Christmas season, but it really is the truth. We just I love singing that with her, and you joined in, and it's just we butchered a lot of music, and you know.
Oh, we always do, but that's the fun of it.
It is. It is. It
I'm
doesn't
not
matter.
Whitney Houston. I'm happy to admit it. I'm not Whitney Houston. I'm not Mariah Carey.
Oh
I have
my
other
God!
talents.
No! That song you sang to Dennis. That.
Oh gosh.
That
Oh
was
my
her
God.
wedding song. That was her
It
wedding
was
song.
beautiful. It
Yeah,
was
well.
So
you,
sweet.
you and your
So
family is so talented. I could sing a lot better before I tried to raise my voice and be much more up here, and now my voice just does what it fucking does.
Yeah, I don't sing well no matter what I do. So I
You
sing and wait, this is it. I sing and dance like Phoebe on Friends runs. That's what I'm going to tell you. I do it for the pure joy of it.
So this is us singing Sisters together in the lab. And we were just having a good time. And there's
This is Dennis.
there's John and Dennis. And poor Dempsey got disgusted and just left.
Yes,
You know.
she did. Well, when John started singing "The Beautiful People," we all were like, "Okay,
Yeah, we'll be on the patio."
We'll be on the patio.
Yeah, you need to keep it a little lighter core with.
We did. It was a lot of punk. It was a very much a lot of punk
I
and
love
metal.
how the words are like right on his crotch too, and that F is like coming down right where his penis would be, right there.
Oh my god!
Like it's like fun, like right.
Cara fun. Oh, this one.
Yes, the again, this is privilege and appropriation. So that we did Humpty Dance. Now, I knew Shakji. He was very nice to me. I helped with some video shoots back in California, and it was sad that he passed a few years ago. I actually was very very sad about that. But he was both Shakji and Humpty Hump, and yeah. So I love this song. It's funny, and you know, this I think was Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Oh yes.
And we did.
Oh, I had a lot of fun.
This picture I love. This is going on the wall. Look at the rock star attitude. Laura is just like, I swear to God,
I'm giving it my all.
she was about to go punk on her ass right there. Yeah.
I felt very proud of myself. I'm telling you that moonshine makes you feel like you are like
Oh yeah.
fucking. I was fucking Madonna, man.
I was going to play videos. I'm not going to play videos.
No, don't play videos. Please.
Laura posted some of them. You can find them on the web.
I know.
incriminating
Dennis
evidence.
sent me a message and said, "Oh my gosh, Laura posted video of me singing on Facebook," and I was like,
I know. And I was going through it, looking at the pictures, going, "Oh, this is sweet." Oh shit. And,
I didn't post all of them though. That's the important
"Okay, that's
thing.
good."
I did
That's
not
good.
post
That's
all
good.
of them.
Well, I think that brings you all up to date on what we've been up to the last few weeks,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
So that closes the year out for me. It was a year yesterday, like I said, that I got my prescription for HRT and started transitioning off the herbal supplements my psychiatrist had given me. And I've been on for years and years. So it's time for a new season of the show and some new adventures. Laura, do you want to bury the lead?
Vicki is getting facial feminizing surgery next Monday.
Yeah, that's why we won't be on next week.
Yes.
I will still be very early in recovery. Dr. Clevens, who is one of the best in the world, is going to be helping me with the next step in my medical transition. One of the big three that most transgender women do if they can, and I'm very fortunate that I have insurance that's going to be covering as long as I stay in network.
Yeah. It's up to 6 hours on the table, and she'll be taking as much video as she can, bring us along. Knowing her, she's probably going to have a camera in her hand when she's under an anesthesia.
Yeah, it's
She'll
gonna
probably
be.
have a hidden camera somewhere, like in the hospital gown.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like one of
She'll
those
have
like
the head
spy
cam.
cams, like James Bond. Like
Yeah.
you could have like a little thing there.
Hidden between my boobs in the medical gown. They'll have.
Oh, like Detective Gadget, Inspector Gadget.
Inspector
Go gadget boob cam.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it's a big step, and I wouldn't have the courage to take it without the two of you by my side. I know you're planning to visit me and watch me drool and sleep through several of the first days, which
right? And laughter will still happen. It's
Right.
kind of a good time.
Yeah.
While there's a few LGBTQIA plus events this time of year, she will have 3 weeks to recover before the holiday break. Then we have something else crazy to do for New Year's.
And Lisa, did you join the studio? I don't see you on. Hold on for a minute.
Lisa, are you there? Calling Lisa? Lisa, please report to aisle 1, please. The service desk is needing you.
Oh my God. Are you going to announce a red light special?
Yeah.
I was a front end coordinator at Farmore in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I've had some big jobs. I worked at Mazio's Pizza in Oklahoma. I worked at Colorado Prime trying to sell beef to people over the phone.
She's gonna come upstairs.
How do you sell beef over the phone?
I don't know. I couldn't do it.
This is a nice piece of meat right here, but there's no video, so you tell them over the phone it's a juicy
Oh my
cut.
God, it was horrible.
Terrible. Well, I had to sell magazines for Publishers Clearinghouse over the phone. That's not much fun either.
So Lisa and Nala are joining us.
And Vicki has been driving us nuts, putting together a very, very special New Year's Eve celebration.
Yeah. So we have a lot of people coming in from out of town. Paula, your best friend, and Kelly and Glenn are best friends from California, and Amy and Juan Carlos, and of course I've got Laura and Jamie and our family here, and Deirdre and several of our friends that we've met this year. So I have been planning a surprise rededication, recommitment ceremony for our marriage, because everybody's going to be here and we've been doing so well. And
okay.
Yeah. And everybody's been telling me that it's great that it would be a surprise, and I've got a bunch of wedding dresses that only a few of them really fit me. And yeah, so it was going to be just a last minute thing.
Ta-da! Yeah.
But even our kids are like, Mom's going to be really pissed if she doesn't have some input into what's going on. So, Amy and Kelly are coming to be your two matrons of honor, and Laura and Jamie will be with me, and Vicki, and we're just going to have a huge bridal party, and it's going to be a huge recommitment bridal party. We've got some stuff.
What a way to start the new year too, right?
It'd be beautiful.
Yeah, and we've been planning some fun stuff. Like we're going to try to do permanent jewelry and the tea house down in Kissimmee for a bachelorette party, and we're going to send the guys off to we got to find a cigar bar.
Bar.
We'll find them one.
Yeah.
They'll be appreciative of that.
so yeah, everybody was coming, and that's why the reason everybody, who said they might not be able to come is making it out, is to be here.
By the way, I love how you come in the trucker hat.
Yeah,
like
I got the head pat. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
As you were walking through that door, like you had the lesbian swagger down and everything.
I think it was a good idea that you told her, because we were getting a little concerned, because I was like, okay, like this is going to be awesome. But I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, when Lisa finds out, she's
I was like,
mad.
I think that's wonderful, but I think she should. No, we
think she should have maybe a little say in the charcuterie boards at the very least.
Let's let her have some control this year.
I listened, and believe it or not, I had the same thought myself. That originally it sounded like this great idea, and then it was like, I know my wife, and
the one with control issues. Yeah.
Yes.
Able to control anything.
Oh, what, John? What?
It's all good. I'm a little flustered right now and don't know how to take it, but it's all good.
And believe it or not, that's just the start of our adventures for the new season and the new year. After these 2 crazy December events, I'm going to be doing a lot for Jamie and Laura for putting up with so much of my insanity this December. In a few weeks, I'm hoping to have Mama Ashley Rose back to do read us a holiday story. I'm sure there's some.
I would love to do a pajama holiday, like a holiday pajama party.
We do, and we need to talk about her upcoming events, because she's got a lot going on. Not just the book, but major shows like the camp funding. I know she's doing a bingo on the 30th. For the camp she runs. Her pageant is coming. She does so much for so many, and so we need to have her back, and we need to really lay out and make sure we can get people there.
And we're also going to have Jill on from Playful Paws Photography to talk more about the book and what to expect, and including hopefully some hints about what our pages are going to look like.
No. Hint.
And more. And more parties, including karaoke nights and event gatherings you will be invited to attend with us.
Yeah, I
as long as Dennis sets a curfew, because he was very smart to do that this time. He set a curfew because he was like, I can't do like 2:30 in the morning again. We're old and I can't recover.
We didn't mean to do that the first time. It was like our watches went, oh shit, it's 2:30 in the morning.
When you're having a good time,
curfews are good though. Curfews are good.
Yeah, especially for you over there. I need hip braces and things. You need to,
which brings us to. And I don't know where the slides disappeared to.
Well, I'll chit chat while you try to find them there. So I have to say, this is I was so excited about this particular Trans Joy segment. This week's Trans Joy Spotlight is going to shine a light on an episode and storyline from Doctor Who, the Star Beast. I'm just going to say John and I have watched, our family has watched Doctor Who for years and years. We've been Whovians for a long, long time now. I mean, I have had a Doctor Who Christmas tree many, many years. I mean, I have them in my tree right now because the tree is in the closet because, we just move it from the closet into the living room. We don't undecorate it.
It's a lot like Disney. The trees come out pre-decorated at Laura's
exactly.
house.
Yeah.
So when I actually got a message on Messenger from one of my friends, Jamie, not this Jamie, another Jamie. They put the eyes in different places, which is very nice. That's helpful. Let me just say. But he's like, "Oh my God, have you watched this yet? You need to watch it." So, it's been hard for me to watch new shows for the past several years. It's a trauma response, and I basically watch 4 shows on repeat. But I really took a lot, and I said, you know what? I'm going to watch this, and I'm so freaking glad I did. It was absolutely amazing.
And so I'm just going to do this live because it got screwed up. So our Trans Joy Spotlight was the Doctor Who special, 30th anniversary special that is actually on Disney Plus.
Yes. And we have spoiler alerts coming. Spoiler alerts coming. I'm going to be a Dalek right now. Exterminate, exterminate, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If you have not yet watched the episode and you do not want to hear all about it, please exit the show stage left.
Yeah. And I can't see the script and what I'm trying to do.
Well, it kicked off it was a mini series, right? It kicked off on Saturday, the 25th, with the Star Beast.
Yeah,
and the series called yeah. Go ahead.
Back and is a man again. David Tennant stepping back into the role, and viewers that are in the community are praising it because they incorporated Yasmin Finney's transgender identity into the plot of the opening episode, and it kind of actually was core, not only to, because people are always complaining that there's no reason for inclusivity, and this, in this case, it was a huge part of the actual storyline that made sense.
Yes.
So 60th anniversary.
That Donna issue and explain the Donna issue. So wow, the Donna conundrum.
And again, spoilers. The Donna and the Doctor hadn't been together since she absorbed Time Lord energy, and he had to erase her memory. Otherwise, her brain was going to explode. And so they managed to tie that all together with everything that it was quite exciting. So I'm going to bring this one up.
This right here, let me just tell you, these words, I'm telling you, I felt like I feel like I could feel me in that mom. I could see Jamie in that mom. I could see so many of my friends. And this is exactly how I feel. I would burn down the world for you, darling. Anyone has a go, I will be there, and I will descend.
Yeah, and ironically, she was responding the way a lot of us do, in that she had been taunted by some classmates, and didn't want anything done about it. Just wanted to move on and ignore it. And again, that goes back to, we do have to kind of put blinders on sometimes, the world, for our happiness. But it's the kind of support that I feel when the three of us are out. When our families are out, I know if anything did go down, who would have my back, even though most of the time I don't. I deal with it.
We would descend.
Yes.
I know. And there we go.
Meep. Meep.
Yeah, it's a sweet looking little thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
at this point. It was like a gremlin.
Yeah. In the show, Donna and her mother, Sylvia, Jacqueline King, are shown having a frank discussion about Rose's identity. Sylvia accidentally misgenders Rose and then apologizes and worries about being clumsy or saying the wrong thing.
Yeah, and it's easy to see why people have picked this up and praised it. This was one of the most natural pieces. It's easily something that any of my friends or family could say in a good-natured way. I don't get offended by the accidental misnaming, misgendering, because it really depends on the intent. And I'm so glad that the showrunner Davies didn't make her transphobic. This wasn't about transphobia. She loves who her granddaughter is. She just is still dealing with that crossover period of the memories and being used to identifying someone as one thing and then suddenly having to identify them as another.
And one of the important things is,
to catch up.
yeah, in the transgender world, we talk a lot about grace and how you have to give yourself grace and other people grace.
Yeah, absolutely. And many times through the episode, nods are made to trans identities. For instance, when the doctor meets the alien, he tells Rose and Donna that he can help him get home. And when Rose comes back with, "You're assuming it's a he pronoun," then we get to see the doctor reply, "True, yes, sorry, good point," before asking the Meep, "Are you a he or a she or they?" And I love how Meep replies, "My chosen pronoun is the definite article. I am always the Meep." Oh, I do that. The doctor says that.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful and so true. He's like, "Oh yeah, I do that."
And what actually was kind of nice about it is they played into the fact that the last doctor was Jodie Whittaker, a female, the first female doctor, which definitely was not well received by a lot of the very angry
macho men.
Yeah, the Gamersgate crowd, that love things the way they are and don't like women in Marvel and don't like women in anything.
Anything?
Yeah. So it was nice because David has been a very loud and visible transporter. And we had that TARDIS pin, which I'm trying to get back to. This one right now. It's a TARDIS pin with transgender colors. And designed by Dr. Jamie Gallagher and made by Cooper. And Tennant said, it's just something that I think is rather lovely and important, and it suits the Doctor, what Doctor Who is all about. And it's true because they're trying to make it less misogynistic and less. And Doctor Who always had female partners that would
yes,
but and they were usually quite intelligent. There were sometimes there was an issue with how they dressed or outrage about stupid shit. But
I mean, I think even with the face of Bode, when he was came out as bi, there was a little bit of ooh, ah. But that TARDIS pin badge raised thousands of dollars, or I should say pounds, really. It's a UK show. Doctor Who fans and the LGBTQIA plus community members and allies flocked to Jamie's website and Etsy shop, Proud Science, to buy a trans TARDIS badge pin of their own.
Yeah, and they're donating the proceeds to the Albert Kennedy Trust, which helps LGBTQ plus young people find safety and security, something that we all need in this world. And they do this by providing pathways to safe housing, access to social support, and assists with routes into training and employment in the UK. So many of us, especially in more conservative-leaning countries, if we're youth, when we come out, get kicked out. And I've seen that at the center in Orlando over and over and over. So these are good things to do, good programs to have, and it's beautiful that the TARDIS, which is iconic in
Yes.
science fiction, can be made into a symbol of love
Inclusion.
and inclusion
Inclusion.
and intersectionality. There, we got it twice.
Yeah, there you go. We got it twice.
Intersection.
And just hours before Tennant appeared on the One Show, Gallagher updated their followers to announce that more than 18,000 pounds had been raised for the charity.
Yeah. And I have tried to get one of those pins. And so many of them, they were trying to keep up with the demand and they just couldn't. So they said, after the holidays, check back on the store, just so everybody knows.
I will proudly wear one. Unfortunately, I can't now because Doctor Who's on Disney Plus. So it's one of our shows. So
Yes.
we're going to be right back with final thoughts and goodbyes right after this.
My mad dance skills going on here.
We really like our own theme song. It really is exactly what we say we are. It's loud and out and in your face, and
got a good danceability factor. Like you can just dance.
It does.
You can speak dance.
Kind of like John singing, "The Beautiful People."
Yes.
I just have to say, I'm sorry that we won't be on next week. I will be back with as much as I can, as quickly as I can. It has been the greatest honor of my life, hands down, to share this podcast and share this table with the both of you. I often wondered in the beginning what I brought, why I was included, and you have shown me such love and grace, and made me very strong. And I get a lot of people, messaging me through our different platforms, going, "Hey, can you do this, or can you talk about this, or we're concerned about this." And we're going to get back into some of the more activist stuff in the new season, obviously, because our local state legislature is being the asshats that they are.
I would actually love to know if the one attorney, and y'all know her name, and I don't know her name, but Simone, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Would be able to come on and just talk, or somebody like her to come on and explain these new bills that they're trying to push through now.
Yeah, I can reach out to her, but it's going to be a tough ask because I know she's really really busy. But I do
Or
have her
somebody,
personal contact,
somebody.
that she is like the foremost authority on that stuff. And I know, like, when that new legislation came out a few months back, I was like in tears because I was having a panic attack thinking they were going to show up at my house and take my kid away from me. And she like talked me down off a ledge and really has a very great way of explaining things that you can understand if you're not a lawyer and you're not in the legal field. So I will definitely reach out to her. I might not do it till after the holidays just because it's crazy. And
she and her wife are amazing, and she was absolutely instrumental in me getting my name change done without having to hire an attorney to do it. And she does so much for this community and is fighting so hard for us. And I agree, it might be hard, but it's a Wednesday night and we can see what we can do. And we also can bring on people from that are organizing the protests against these things now. That we know the latest bill, which is the Don't Say Gay for private businesses, is right now stuck in the state, and the House equivalent. It hasn't gone to the state Senate yet, and they haven't, unfortunately, till March to decide to do that. And I think the one thing that we have going for us is the fact that the war on woke isn't going that well for them, because people
And
are.
that's why I think it's important for us to talk about it and explain it to people so they can just hear how ridiculous and how overbearing this is private fucking businesses. And I'm sorry, as a prior Republican, to have the fucking party being meddling in private businesses goes
That's everything they stand against.
what
Civil
their
rights, big government. Somebody's
platform's
going
supposed to
to check
be.
my genitals at the bathroom. I mean, it's ridiculous shit. It
It's
really
just like
is.
completely going against everything that they're supposed to represent. And that's just, where it's like a slap in the effing fucking face. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. So we'll do some of that. But again, ladies, thank you. It has been truly.
Next
I
year's
thought we would do a good show. I thought we would get some traction, and we are helping people. That's the one thing I know, we're helping people. I didn't realize I would find sisters and family and more love than I have ever known in my life. And thank you both for that.
Thank
we
you.
love you.
I love you.
And I love you both. And yeah, 2024 is going to be the best year yet.
Yep.
I believe it. I know it. I'm putting that energy out there.
Just think of all the fun things that we can manage to accomplish in 2024.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. And we're just getting started. I mean, 15 episodes in, I think we're just finally kind of finding our mojo, and we knew we had magic to begin with, but it just gets better. So I will see everybody in a couple of weeks. We will be back right here, and I'll be a mummy probably at that point in time.
Vicky's gonna look different next time.
My nose is definitely going to have still the splint on it, so I know I'm going to look like semi Phantom of the Opera esque. That's
my favorite.
Be beautiful.
So see everybody in a couple of weeks. Love you.
Bye.